What's up, you guys? And what you're watching right now is a brand new segment which we've created called The Odyssey. Mirroring the book precisely, The Odyssey was about a man's journey home and all the hardships and obstacles in his way. Our goal with this is to create complete transparency with you guys and with our brand, Atlas. And now we can't do this without you. Our whole brand is built for our community by you guys. So we need your help, and we're super excited to dive into everything Atlas, and we hope you guys are too. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to answer through Q&As and different videos we're going to be creating, please let us know in the DM. We have a bunch stored up from you guys, and we're looking forward to creating a lot more. Alright, it's going to be a great journey, and we're excited to have you guys embark on it with us. So I think the best way to start off the Odyssey episode 1 is going to be to discuss the why I started Atlas. The why behind everything I do. So in order to effectively understand the why of Atlas, we need to go into who I am. So, growing up, I was always the athlete. When I was young, for 8 years, I pursued baseball. And then, as I grew up, I realized that I really enjoyed cross country and track and field. And I would train with my dad and my family in just being an athlete in terms of on the track, on the trails for cross country, and things of that matter. And then, when I get into middle school, after my mom's wedding, we had to learn to dance. And that was at a ballroom dance studio. And from there, they offered me a position to dance for them. So from that moment on in 6th grade to now I'm in 12th, I pursued dance for 6 years. And then 2 years into dance, I decided that I really want to pursue this as my full-time career. And it wasn't until over a year into it that I realized that I was pushing myself too far. And it unfortunately forced me to undergo 3 surgeries in 4 consecutive years. And this crushed my body. And coming out of the 3rd surgery, which was just last year, I realized that this was not suitable for me and I would not be able to pursue this long time, unfortunately. And this really crushed me. It sent me into a depressive state for 3 months, and I just didn't know what was to come of my life. Because I was devoted to it for 6 hours a day, 6 days a week for the last 3-4 years of my life. And now all alone, all of a sudden I felt like, what do I do now? And that question really set me on the path of figuring out how I could help others not have to do this. Because realizing that my dance career is over crushed me. I felt alone and isolated and like I didn't know what to do. Now with all this time in my hands, I wanted to create a community which would ensure that nobody else would have to undergo the pain and hardship which I did. And it wasn't always about seeking motivation and finding the motivation to do it. It was just about giving people a community and a voice that speaks for them, that speaks to them, that says, hey, everything's gonna be okay, just do A, B, C, and you'll be getting back on track. Now, when I was really getting to push myself to the next level of dance, I was always trying to figure out what to do, because there's no actual set course, because if there was one course guide to success, everyone would be successful. Now, this made me feel very upset as well, because I thought, okay, well, if there's no course on how I can do it, then how am I possibly going to be able to do it? That very thought was another aspect of where I wanted to intertwine Atlas with. Now, I wanted my brand to be able to represent and help people and give them a voice and a vision. So I want to use Atlas as a platform to share my own experiences, but also experiences of top athletes and people that are doing great things in their communities, just to show how they did it. So although there's not one clear course, that there's going to be a bunch of different options and ways, and to see the overlying aspects of how everyone else did it. Now, with all these big ambitious goals for Atlas, I didn't know really how to do it, but I just knew that I wanted to do it and create a way in which people would know how to train to the next level, how to make that jump from being that high school or even college athlete and going up to the professionals and being the best you possibly could be. So if I were to summarize what Atlas is and why I started Atlas in one sentence, it would probably be wanting to combine athletes, artists, and people alike with the tools necessary and with the right mindset so that they could accomplish their goals by any means necessary. This has been episode 1 of Atlas, The Odyssey.